Hey, Warrior Saints, we've come to the end of our week. Happy Friday. We've been talking all week about what it means to be made for greater. We looked at how we can avoid and get from mediocrity on Monday. We talked about how to avoid using scripture to let us stay in mediocrity. On Tuesday, Wednesday, we talked about how do we not just keep making excuses so that we can get up and go. And yesterday, of course, we talked about St. Patrick as an image of what it means to recognize that we've been made for greater. And how in the face of adversity, in the face of peril, that we actually see what that means, what that looks like when we seek out God. Now today, I want to talk about someone who is not a saint. Someone who is not recognized for all of the great deeds that he did necessarily, but someone who is famous because of his magical voice. I'm talking about that great kid from Hoboken himself, Frank Sinatra. I love Frank Sinatra. I love his music. I love the style. I enjoy listening to the Rat Pack. I enjoyed their camaraderie. I enjoy it's kind of neat to see them or to listen to records or CDs or whatever you want to listen to of them on stage together and the way that they interacted. They always seemed like they were having a good time. And there's that iconic photo of them playing pool that it just seems cool. But it was interesting to think about Frank Sinatra and kind of like one of his more famous songs, but it was towards the end of his career. And he sang this great song called My Way. And I'm going to read just the last chorus because I think it hits for us a lot of things about what it actually means to be made for greater and where we might get led astray as we're going along that path. The last verse says, "For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not. To say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, I did it my way." There was a priest in our archdiocese who would regularly sing this song at archdiocesan gatherings, but he would always change that last part, and he would always say, "I did it God's way." You know, in a lot of ways, this brought out for me a different way of viewing the world because we're being told to do it your way. Everywhere we turn, everywhere you look, whether it's you do you or Burger King, have it your way, or trophies that you're given that don't necessarily mean something because they were just for participating. And all of these different things that happen in our world that are telling us to take care of ourselves at the expense of everything else. God's way is telling us to do something different. And as we've been looking at in 1 John chapter 4, verse 4, you are of God and have overcome those things. He who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. We're created in this image and likeness of a God who has overcome these things. In order to actually live that out, once we face adversity and we seek him out and we seek out his way, we see that we need to do things differently than what the world is teaching us to do. We need to do things in a way that is counterintuitive to what the world is telling us. And when we do those things, they work. Because they are not our way. We are not the reference. We are not able to just lie down in the mediocrity of our own excuses. But we are actually able to follow a God who wants the best for us and who has created us to be better than that. He has created us to be greater than doing it our way by showing us what it means to do it his way. And that's what we're trying to do here at the Warrior Saint Movement. We're trying to help you understand what it means to do things God's way, to follow the way of the Warrior Saint, and to follow the life that Christ has laid out for us. So visit us at warriorsaints.org right now. Get on the way of the Warrior Saint. Join the library. Join the movement. We'll be back again Sunday with Orthros and Divine Liturgy at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock Pacific. And until we see you, and then back on Monday, obviously, with our Crucifixional live stream. And until we see you, keep walking on the way of the Warrior Saint.